Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Total War Warhammer 3, where today we have so much important murder to prosecute. So let's go ahead and just start with Greasus. We know what we're doing with Greasus. We're gonna fuck up Kustaltin and send him home crying. Is the Orthodoxy a major threat for the victory? No, they're not. Well, do we just try to ignore him then?
Unhand the Supreme Patriarch!
I mean, he's right there. He's killable. The thing is, if I do end up... It's very funny to me that there's an army of the saved here in Demon territory. What I am thinking is that if we fight him, our army's probably going to be in pretty rough shape afterward because Orthodoxy. And then we're going to have to get to another one of these lights in order to get the full heal, and that's maybe going to be dangerous. I bet we can do it, though.
The shockingly obese.
And, like, for real, fuck the Orthodoxy. Their Great Bear is going to go down in, like, a single volley of ranged fire. They have a lot of... They have a lot of these Glaive Ice Guard, which I do not love. The Griffin Legion are going to be a little bit awkward for us to deal with as well. They don't have any War Bears, though. They have War Sleds, which I'm a lot less concerned. Excuse me, a lot less concerned about. And they have 4 cannons, but like cannons are not necessarily great against our troops.
Too rich to roll.
Yeah, fuck them. That's where I'm at. Let's get over here and let's just fuck them up. I think I'm actually going to take the feast this time because I think the speed might be relevant. We're going to have to get in on a lot of ranged troops this time. As much as I'm leery of losing meat in the Chaos territories, I think it makes sense here. So we do not have the range advantage on this one, probably. We probably have to get... Okay, it's this map again with the pool in the middle. We probably have to get a little bit aggressive on them. I guess, like, they're going to be able to pound us with the cannons. Because, like, our Iron Blasters are going to be way more effective against their Ice Guard than their cannons are going to be against my troops. So maybe we do try to play at range. Let's see how they set up. We might be able to find an angle that makes letting the Iron Blasters work on the Ice Guard a little bit make a lot of sense. And then, like, we can probably kill the bear in just a couple of volleys of Ogre Pistol Fire, especially if they have been affected by the sword. Yeah. I'm nervous about 4 units of Ice Guard glaives, but I think on the whole we're gonna be okay here. So, did they space their stuff pretty evenly? They did. That's a shame. I was hoping that they would be really tacked to one side and we could take advantage of that. Here, we'll start our Iron Blasters over here because they have 3 units of Ice Guard on this side. What is the range on a Little Grom? 563 against my 380. So yeah, we do have to play the aggressor. I don't love it. I would prefer to, you know, stand back and cheat effectively, but fine. Fine. We will come to you and fuck you up.
Incineration!
Let's put Greasus over here. And then... Yeah, I don't know what to do with the Iron Guts. And I especially don't know what to do with the Gorgers. I might try something, like, wild with the Gorgers. If we're going to be drawing their attention to this side, we have the Gorgers run up and maybe grab a little Grom crew, or maybe grab, like... The thing is, I don't think they're actually going to fare super well against Glaive Ice Guard, and once they're visible, the Ice Guard are going to rip them apart. Unless they're distracted enough. Yeah, I don't know. We're going to try something like this. All right, let's go find out. So, you don't have to get that much closer. Maybe like, I'm going to move them individually here because I know how they get when you try to make them stand near each other. Actually, maybe the right move is maybe I should have put them more over here because we can get this like clean shot across the blood pool, and then enemies have to run through water to get to you. They move more slowly, so have them get over here, and they'll be accompanied by these two, and I guess the Iron Guts are on that side as well. I don't know what I'm going to do with the Noblars. We're going to put them behind the obelisk and hope that that just makes it difficult for the Groms to hit them. Probably do the same with you. At least these things move quite quickly relative to siege gear. Honestly, they move pretty quickly relative to anything except cavalry. Okay, yeah, cannon fire is not great, but far from devastating.
Sure thing.
Do not chase.
When do we eat?
Iron Guts are taking a little bit more damage than I might like.
Find a meal.
You know how your partner can fire from right there? So can you, asshole.
Money up pistols.
I'm gonna try something here. Let's take the troops they really want to shoot with the cannons and move them way out to the side. They have slowed my troops. They did it. They slowed us. Whatever shall we do?
Ogres.
Yeah, they can both absolutely see their targets. They are routinely overshooting, though.
Looking for me. Rampage.
Okay, these little Groms are doing way more damage than I was expecting them to. Even against troops that are at full movement and... The fucking orthodoxy, man. Always a nightmare. Yep, perfect aim, perfectly leading us. And meanwhile, my troops are not hitting the enemy at all. Okay, they finally got one.
Money up pistols. Rampage this way. Flaming footsteps. Iron Guard. Off we go. When supper.
Do our absolute best to use the cover. And we're doing some damage.
Money up pistols.
They've taken enough damage that they now want to fight. Okay, there we go. We're getting a little bit of what our troops should have been doing the whole fight. And I like a lot of them grouping up like that. That's pretty good for us. Do we want to just... I can't get the Flamestorm out that far. Oh, sure, they can shoot just, like, over the blood pool and right past the monument, because their range is incredible. Ice Guard are very good. Well, we can try to push forward and engage. I think Greasus is just going to push forward here. These troops are going to get carved up pretty much no matter what. I don't know. They can try. At the very least, they can keep the attention of these units. And I'm gonna give the Gorgers the order to attack here. Hopefully they'll be able to actually get in place and do something. You two are doing just fine. You need to probably move forward. We can probably get that Flamestorm off relatively soon. I'm a little leery of exposing the Hunter because they are going to outrange me, I'm sure. And then what is... So all of their cavalry are unbelievably armored and shielded. The knife throwing is probably not going to be ideal there. We can throw knives against the Ice Guard at least. The Ice Guard have a weakness. All right. Get hip deep in the blood. That's probably good for you. No, that's just going to get you killed because you're going to get Ice Guarded. I'm not sure what to do with the Iron Guts on this side yet.
Iron Guts! Burning a pistol!
Change of priority.
I smell game!
All right, I'd love to see a lot of cavalry riding toward Greasus. That's great news. Let's go ahead and nuke their stats, I guess. It's so weird that there's no confirmation noise for that particular ability. It has made me think I didn't fire it more than once. Okay, so that's cast already. Let's... y'all spread out. Why did you do that? It's going to make my life a lot more difficult. I guess we can cast this down here. That seems fine. You can help with this. You also can help with this, I guess, since you're going the wrong way around the thing. You can focus on the bear. Yeah. Okay. Bear down. Like I said, it was not going to take very long. So we're going to start dismantling the units on this side just one by one, I guess. Yep, fireballs on the Ice Guard. We've unlocked Time Amok. Well, now that seems pretty good. Get that reload speed. This little Grom has run toward the battle considerably, which is really bad news. If our Noblars don't get on these Ice Glaives, like right now, they are going to turn around and do horrible, horrible things to my Gorgers. All right, and yeah, in the middle, I mean, we're going to absolutely crush them. Dude is riding a mount, right? He's not on foot. Where the fuck is Castalton? Yeah, okay, he is a large unit, so that's... What is he on? Does he have a motorcycle? What the fuck? Oh no, his horse is doing a heroic leap into blood that is way deeper than I realized it was. All right, focus up. We will kill Castalton in melee combat. I have no doubt of that. You are going into melee mode. I'm not necessarily terrified of these things, but we can bring them down pretty quickly, so... All right. Pretty good. Oh, the fire tornado. It found a way to wander through all of the enemy troops, and now it's wandering very close to my own troops in a way that I'm extremely worried about. Please withdraw quickly. They are trying to turn around. Hopefully they'll be too bound up fighting the Noblars to actually do anything. Did that cavalry unit... Okay, we're working on it. Stay focused, y'all. Their lives should get very difficult very quickly. The Flame Tornado is going a long way out of its way to make sure it hits all of my units. Jeez, their Lord is going down very quickly, though. Why are you over here?
Take it all. Eat 'em.
I guess one of you should do this. Fuck it, just fight them. You're in it already. Let's... Yeah. Fire Cloak yourself, I guess? Okay, we're burning down these big units. Is Castalton dead already? Did he get away? No, he's just dead. Alright. Works for me. Did we even get the notification that's supposed to fire when that happens? I don't think so. Well, whatever. With Castalton dead, obviously, our lives are going to be a lot easier. And I think we're still in pretty good shape here.
Many of pistols. Crunch their skulls. Me. Take it all.
Do your best to refocus.
When do we eat?
Yeah, stay on that. That's fine.
He's ogre, mate. Man-eater pistols.
Okay, they ran in a way that I was not expecting. That should be fine. They should handle that. What can we do over here that will be good for us? We have to be a little bit cautious, obviously. As far as, like, flame storming. But I guess, you know, it's not terrible to throw one of these up in a position where it affects these units. Yeah. So they're giving chase. You are just opening fire from back there, which I guess is fine. I believe we do, in fact, need our wizard to contribute directly. These Iron Guts, on the other hand, probably need to stop contributing so directly.
Scoffer. Immolate them. Me. Killing time. Ogre Firebelly!
Okay, we're not currently taking a lot of damage or anything. Those things are still alive somehow. Ugh, a big problem with the these damn Kislev fights is just it takes such a Herculean amount of effort to actually stop to get a unit off the table. Actually, you stay on that. You stay on the horses. Yeah, you need to get your ass over here.
Survivor of fire!
Okay, we're doing an okay job fighting the Ice Guard.
Iron Guts!
Just get out of there.
Biggest in the tribe!
I've got to give up soon, right? Oof. Point blanking my hunter with the cannon. That's pretty harsh.
Many of pistols!
I don't know how you have that much total health left, but still 8 bodies.
Bring us meat!
I guess... never mind. Just keep shooting.
This way! Child of the volcano!
You want to surrender.
Call me over tyrant. Eat them alive.
They're all wavering, but sadly, as we know from much experience, they can waver for a really, really long time before it matters. Killing Castalton early on was definitely critical in winning this victory. Him just like massively overcommitting to the fight against to the one-on-one against Greasus probably screwed his army entirely. But we've seen Castalton fight in the previous campaign. We know why he thought he could get away with that, because generally he can get away with that. And in the end, even though the Man-Eaters were terribly damaged in the battle, they come out of it on the world map in pretty good health, because each still surviving body goes back to full health at the end of battle. So they are on the world map. They are as healthy as the number of people who survived, not as healthy as the amount of health they still had left. The Noblars survived, you know? I'll give them that. They made it. And it feels good to send the legendary Lord home. So because we killed him, I assume this army will be deleted even if it had survivors, like even if it had enough to do that thing where it falls back, because an army's not allowed to be in the Chaos Realm if it's not led by a legendary lord, right? So fingers crossed that we've just completely removed them and hopefully gotten a fair amount of blood bar in the process. We definitely need like a turn or two of proper healing before we're ready to fight the next army to try to get to the full heal. How much? 1%, really? Oh, right, because they never give up, so you never capture any of them. Yeah, the money. Okay, the army did the retreat thing, then noticed it was no longer led by a legendary lord, and was unmade. That'll work. +6 leadership in own territory. Not very good.
This shockingly obese.
Next turn, we'll do a replenishment short move. Yeah, we're going to fill out larger gut plate and then have literally every skill point that could possibly ever matter to this unit and still have like 7 levels left to gain. Do we have all of our spells maxed out now? We don't have piercing bolts of burning, but I actually think that's fine. Let's grab Blessing of the Volcano God. Well, oh, hold on. Sorry. There's a line of things here. We should take one of these. Causes terror is fine. Cooldown down on spells. Ooh, enables sundering attacks is compelling. Or we could bump him to 81 armor. So sundering attacks, if you're not familiar, mean that when he attacks a unit, he will strip it of some of its armor. I don't remember exactly how long the effect is, but obviously it makes him really valuable as a support flanking unit, because he makes it easier for like the Iron Guts to do their job. I kind of like just giving him 40 armor, though, so that he's more capable of standing as a combat unit. Yeah, Magma Incarnate seems good to me. This army could use a little bit more stand and fight. All right. Who's next? Malgut has not drawn forward the enemies. There are now 3 full stacks. Any minute now, that'll be 3 full stacks because they're all mustering. And you maybe just have to get out of there, my dude? Like, the village of the Tigermen is lost, and it will take 8 turns to build this up, and then it would be another 8 turns beyond that to get the other upgrade, or the other defensive upgrade.
Find me, flesh.
And the thing is, with this number of troops,
Of the flame trial.
even if we did pull off an ambush and eat one of their stacks essentially for free, we're still in dire shape.
Throw a feast in my honor.
I need reinforcements.
Tyrant of the trial.
And you don't have time to give us reinforcements, because you have to get to this. If I give you come and get it. Nope. I didn't think that he was going to be able to make it to there, but I was hopeful. How many camps am I allowed? 2 more? I think I'm going to drop a camp like in the crossroads here. That'll give me a little bit of healing so that we're not taking a ton of attrition damage as we move through Shambletown. I think the healing will still work. Ugh. The fact that the corruption goes to 100 instantly when the gates open makes my life really difficult.
Survivor of the flame trial.
I mean, let's go ahead and close the rift at the very least. We know we're doing this.
Smash you, the stinking tyrant of
The other thing we could do is we could just half move. And then next turn, we should be able to, with the bonus movement from having made the offering,
move.
we make it this far, go into replenishment mode,
We rest. We eat.
which is as much about not taking the attrition damage as it is about anything else.
Tyrant of the tribe.
And we are inside of the camp circle, aren't we? Looks, I can move a little bit north. We can be definitely inside the camp circle.
We loot.
Okay. So in theory, yeah, that should be good. Uh,
The boss.
I don't think I want to make any changes here.
Who can I boss around next?
We do recruit Noblars at maximum level, and we have for some reason, a rank 3 Noblar here.
No
So
one fatter than me.
hold on, we can refill our Noblars at the very least. I can pull Ogre Bulls in one turn as well. Yeah, we can fatten up this army for sure. So if I fold these Noblars together,
Obey me or your dinner.
we pull in a new unit of Noblars. How many units of Noblars do I want is the question. What if we do like
My grinder. Who can
dual weapon ogres, and then we could bring in one more unit. So I think what we do is we collapse. Part of the problem is that it doesn't collapse evenly, as you've seen here. Like, what I really want to do is turn 3 half ogre units into 2 2/3 ogre units. But what it will do instead is collapse 2 of them to produce 1 full unit, and then leave the other one at 9. What am I allowed to... Okay, we can bring in normal ogre bulls from here. We could bring in Noblars from there too, though. All right, let's do this. We're going to collapse these.
What I say.
Get Noblars from Mount Thug. Hire in dual weapon ogres from the Worm Pass recruitment buildings. And that way this army's in pretty good shape next turn as we are approaching. And we can make another move like that at the Fallen City, and we can move real fast and still be at full health by the time we get down here and have to fight these nerds. We are definitely going to lose some stuff, though. Grolg really desperately needs a little bit more recruitment time. I could take a turn.
Obey the master.
I need to fill my army, for one thing. Can't get anything fun in one turn. Do I need Noblars here? Actually, I might. No, we should take some of the movement. Maybe do the same thing here. Do a half move into
Guides us.
encampment. Yeah, we'll still be pretty close to full healed.
Will be carved.
And we'll just grab a unit of ogres. That's fine.
My recipe.
And then next turn, hard move to Blood Peak, and we are definitely going to suffer some losses, though. No two ways about that. Maldig is... there's nothing we can do about Falco here, but...
Keep moving.
Yeah, Maldig deals damage to armies instead of just slowing them, so we can try that. We should do this more for the XP than for the block. Because obviously, like, the block's not meaningful, right? Even with their movement reduced, they're still making it to Grimtop. And then all that's left to do is the thing that I put off because I wasn't sure what to do with it. I guess this is pretty safe. If they rush us, I can fall back. I'll be behind the village. They won't have enough movement to chase me. Yeah, and maybe they will wander a whole army into that and get murdered. That would be pretty fun. So we need to pick a new technology. Does any of this stuff excite me more now that we have a little bit better of a grasp of what our like total power looks like? That doesn't really matter. Ogre Bull damage up by 10% is like fine. That's a possibility at least. You know, we're using a lot of Iron Blasters now. May as well.
No one can stop us now.
Oh, and then, yeah, we actually do have like a pretty huge amount of money with which we will build some defenses. This is going to take forever, but who knows? It might actually happen. I'm not going to bother with the Village of the Tigermen.
This land's taken.
Fallen City doesn't have a defensive building. Probably doesn't need one, actually.
Sort you out.
Krakatoa is building up as fast as it can. The Great Hall really wants to be just producing money, just full money production. But honestly, I'm going to smash this and we're going to put a garrison building in there because with there being a portal spot right here, we're probably going to need it some significant portion of the time.
There's a stink here.
Black Fang needs to max out its garrison. The Eagle Aries needs a little bit of time.
Tyrant of the tribe.
And I think our camps are mostly at their peaks for the moment.
Ogre tyrant. Ogre tyrant.
I guess we could be building this building at a bunch of them, just increasing local recruitment capacity, but also I don't know that it's worth the money. Maybe we just save. All right, let's see how badly the demons hurt us. It's gonna be pretty bad. I will say I'm very pleased to have gotten to send Kustalton home. That is some leftover spite from the previous campaign, but it feels good. I was a little worried when we were doing it, when we were speccing out Greasus as a full anti-large unit. I was worried that we were disregarding anti-infantry stuff too much, that we were specializing him too much against the thing that wouldn't be the main thing we were fighting. But to be perfectly honest with you, I'm really, really glad that we focused so hard on his anti-large stuff. And oh, cool. Krakatoa is under attack. Well, at least we have an army that's moving in that direction. If we can clean up this demon thing, this might actually be an okay time to beat back those lizard men and then actually pursue them back to their home territory and just burn it, so we don't have to worry about this bullshit ever again. Okay, Mahal Crimson Reaper is gonna hurt us real bad. Oh, didn't make it all the way to Blood Peak, weirdly enough. Grimtop's gotta be doomed, though. You know what? I appreciate that he stopped and fought the lizard men on his way over there.
We're going conquering.
All right, so a close defeat is I think a pretty good outcome, and probably better than I would have done by myself. We may leave Grimtop unoccupied for a little while, Because I think we're going to want to sweep through what's left of this army and then go straight after the lizardmen. We have acquired the Infernal Bloodlust. I mean, that doesn't matter. New contracts are available for being ignored. Kill Shui Jin. At least that one's in a place that kind of makes sense. Or raise or sack Blizzard Peak, which is owned by a military ally of mine. So, no thanks. It's weird how those are always nothing. Wait, Kastalton re-entered? I thought that message was just delayed a turn. Kastalton showed back up with a full army the turn after we violently removed him from the area. Like, they're not even pretending to play a little bit fair here. Well, we have to fall back and let him get attacked, I guess? And I need healing time, you know? So I'm outside of his movement range? Yeah.
Put your feet up, boys.
I didn't realize that they were going to cheat to that degree. That's a tough thing to prepare for. I know the AI's got to do stuff that you can't do to be a challenge, but even so, that's pretty dramatic.
They cannot march through magma.
Alright, let's try to negatively affect their cohesion. Never mind. I guess that's why I said try. Alright, Grog is in really good demon fighting shape, and unfortunately, Pincheye is a problem. Pincheye is blocking, he's positioned himself such that we can't move past him. No, I can move past him, I just have to go off the road. I think that's probably worth doing. We gotta focus on Mahal first. We'll come back and worry about this other dude later. Can you close the portal this turn? You sure can. Corn corruption plus 50. Yeesh. Okay. Critical import. Definitely needed to happen. Targog. Tell me you can make it to that settlement. Okay. So we don't have time to recruit here, but we do get friendly settlement replenishment, which is great. We'll be here soon. At this point, blocking them would actually matter.
An inferno shall slow their path.
That said, I wonder, I'm always kind of curious, like, I wonder what the actual math is, like our expected value versus what we've actually hit with hero actions, given the outcome percentages that are being reported to us. Because it feels like we're way south of expectation, right? We've had blocks fail just over and over and over and over again. Alright, I don't think there's much else we can do here. Where else might we want to do an upgrade? We're not doing that. We don't need an outpost upgrade. We do have the ability to build an outpost with the orcs. There's some chance that they will just get annihilated, I suppose, because they are at war with that faction right there. But being able to recruit from them would be cool. Their strength rank 49. Oh yeah, this is just throwing money away, I think. I think this player is about to be eliminated from the game. All right, let's not do that. So we actually do have this money for building. What is the situation over here? Karakrakatan does have an 18-unit garrison. It's gotten pretty big and healthy. And they're coming at me with a force that is at least somewhat damaged. And they're suffering attrition badly due to traveling during the Chaos Gate. So maybe we'll be able to hold that.
Someone's interfering.
Eagle Ares... Definitely, that's Carrick Frag. Eagle Ares needs one more turn on that. Well, I mean, we should, at Carrick Frag, we should upgrade this anyway.
City reeks of something weird.
Yeah, all that stuff is, we're working as hard as we can on our defenses over here. Needed to be working on our defenses more over here. God, it's just, every part of your empire is always in so much danger. Are you going to be able to defend Yeti Peak? They may lose Yeti Peak and then lose us a camp. Well, at least we have people on the way. So we got to get Maldig over here to close this gate as well. Our allies are not going to manage it themselves, it seems like. So is Gestalten... Okay, he's gonna do some fighting in the area instead of pursuing me, which I do appreciate. What I do not appreciate is that he is going to win that battle while taking literally no damage? That seems bad. And then he steals our legendary weapon, which is going to make things complicated. Ooh, they're separating. That is perhaps an interesting opportunity for us. It does really feel like I want one more army. But I fear trying to run one more army with our current level of income is going to put us in a really awkward position financially. And we need to have a few thousand gold worth of income per turn to ensure that we can upgrade our infrastructure, which is a lot further behind the times than I would like. Interesting. Didn't even siege the city. They went into that weird astromancy stance that they have, and I don't remember what it does. Yeah, the Darkland orcs are going to get wiped out. We've seen the army of that that ogre faction that they're at war with right there next to them. That's a shame. They have been a useful ally.
Larger than charge.
Yeah, at least we don't have anything built up in Blood Peak, so we're not losing much here. And now this army is very weak, very conquerable. I will not... My brain is very Twitter poisoned, and I will not repeat the thing that my brain tried to turn that into. Twitter memes, you know? The internet's a filthy place. I'm not sure if you're familiar. What is this Putrid Swarm army going to do now? Are they going to move? Okay, they're moving in the direction I wanted them to move in more. Because, like, if we lose Krakatoa, but we round up all the enemies in one place, that's not a terrible outcome for us. Okay, Clan Rictus. Oh, that's a shame. Clan Rictus started building in Blood Peak, and then it got annihilated immediately. That's actually very funny. Okay, we do have the movement necessary to attack here, and it seems like it should be a pretty straightforward battle. A decisive victory, that makes a lot of sense to me. We may as well throw some meat on it. Did that... Okay, that changed my casualties from medium to low. Because, like, obviously the cannons would tear them apart on the approach. Oops, I pressed the wrong... Damn it. I was going to take the auto-resolve. Well, I guess we're doing it now. So yeah, the Fire Rain rockets in particular are going to be really good here. The Lead Belchers are going to be really good here. And then when they actually make contact with us, we're going to take a lot of damage. But we're going to do a huge amount before that. And tightly massed infantry like Grolg is very good in this situation. They have no ranged, no technique to apply. Just an awful lot of melee damage if they can melee us. So we'll set up like... This is a little awkward. They're going to have both tree and terrain cover to approach us pretty much no matter what.
Defenders of Cathay!
I guess... Put you onto... So that this ridge is not right in front of the cannons. And then, of course, keep your reload skill buff nearby.
Lead belchers!
Get over here, ready to belch lead.
Where's me mask?
You're approximately where I want you to be.
Take it all!
Half of the chargy ogres on each side. We don't have to worry too much about this stuff. Okay.
Supreme butchery! No speeches, only cleaving.
It is a shame that we didn't start with enough magic to go for the maw right away. I don't love that our stuff is focused in the trees right away either.
For the moon dragon!
Okay, not bad.
The hunger gnaws.
Solid approach. Lead Belchers doing their thing.
I feel the hunger. Where's the meat? Ogres! Looking for me.
Alright, let us prepare the flank.
He's done.
Over here, I think we just charge pretty directly. Don't know that there's a lot of reason for finesse on this one. Let's pull the Lead Belchers back through that a little bit. Not that they would lose to Chaos Warhounds, because as far as I can tell, nothing ever loses to Chaos Warhounds, but you know. And let's try to run our Lord around. I want a Thunder Mace, but I want to do it not in the middle of the Noblars.
Godmouth's command. I seek ingredients. I smell meat.
Did take a rocket to the back of the head there. Charged too far. You need to be in the middle of them. All right, that'll work.
The meat right.
Perform the meat right. This is what I'm always saying to people. Like, I'm having a hard time dating. It's so difficult, you know, with the apps and everything. And I'm always just like, well, did you perform the meat right? Did you remember to perform the meat right? And they always say no. Just, you know, just think about these things. Okay, one thing that a unit of Chaos Warhounds probably won't lose to is my Grand Cannon crew. A Grand Cannon crew that belongs to an AI player, my guess is would beat them, but my crew definitely won't. So let's get them a little bit of assistance on that, please.
Ogre Slaughtermaster.
Plus, we're gonna just need bodies in the way here.
Take it all. Lead Belchers. Sure thing.
Okay. Yeah, the Noblars did what they could.
Moore's right hand.
No big surprise here. Our Lord is taking a serious beating because the damage output of these corn units is extremely high. We are going to take way more losses than we would have from the auto-resolve. I'm almost certain of that. Which is part of the reason I really wanted to take the auto-resolve. And then I just, I did a bad. I donked it. There's really nothing else to say. Listen, in my defense, it's not like clicking on the correct button has ever been an important part of a video game, so like, how could I know? How could I know it was going to be relevant?
The more calls.
Alright, you've broken them. Come over here and help with this.
The more calls.
Are my Ogre Bulls seriously trying to give up right now?
Suffer.
Listen, the siege crews I understand. The rest of you are embarrassing yourselves.
Bring us me. Here we go.
Okay, so surrendering, about to surrender. We can push this way. Let's try to take out some Chaos Warriors, because these are the things that I'm actually worried about. You've got the bloodletters. It looks like all of this stuff is pretty much under control.
Cannons! Marching as one! Wind and fire! For the Emperor! Grand cannon! With infinite pride! For the Emperor!
Okay, never mind. Actually, we win.
The wielder.
Just disengage. There's no reason for you to take damage.
Me.
guy's gonna melt slowly. He is mounted, though. He gets to decide. Wow, he ripped that ogre in half very quickly.
When do we eat?
Dragons protect us!
It's like a tiny bit embarrassing. The good news is, this is probably a fair amount of money, at least. It does suck to lose. We did actually lose cannons. We got down to 1 there, and that unit will not. It will not recover its numbers until it's probably like all the way back at full health. You see that happen a lot, so that is a shame. We have taken a fair reduction in our actual ranged capacity for a minute here, and we have another fight coming up, like really soon. Fortunately, the other fight is with Nurgle troops who are a little bit slower. Like, obviously, they have some better moves, and they have flying units, potentially, which will be a problem for the siege units. But their infantry are so much slower. We'll get a lot more time to fire rain them. Also, only 22 kills on Grog. I'm pretty surprised by that, because I thought that first Maw cast alone seemed like it was way more than that. The replenishment is, it's not nothing, but it's pretty close. Alright. Can I chase? No, not right now. I am not allowed to chase at the moment. Ooh, it will let me just resettle Blood Peak. So my army's pretty fucked up anyway.
Ogre Hunter. This way.
Maybe I should do that, actually.
Slaughter Master.
It'll slow down my response to Yeti Peak, and Yeti Peak has no defenders. But it will give us a turn of full replenishment here instead of just
The Cook Master.
slowly dying from attrition. I'm gonna do it. Only because we were close enough, like, we were gonna lose a turn anyway. Yeah, and, like, we weren't gonna move anywhere. We're gonna end up at this level of health after 1 turn. I think that was fine. Titan's Notch. Let's definitely make that defensible. To be perfectly honest with you, kind of thinking we do both of them. Okay. We could recruit some troops here at the Yeti Peak camp, I suppose.
Obey me or your dinner.
But I can't recruit enough for it to matter. Yeah, this is probably not worth it. Oof. I really do hate the fact that everything around us is... Oh, wait. Grog leveled up. Renowned and Feared and work on Lightning Strike. I think Lightning Strike's very valuable to have. Okay. Targog. Targog of the full health bar. We have no safety anywhere.
They cannot march through magma.
I think we just have to...
Fire mouth, forgive me.
We just have to accept the attrition here.
Find me loot.
This army's not in very good shape. We can definitely take them. These are not even exalted plague bearers. Sort of 2 minds about making myself visible to them, because obviously there is a lot of value in them being distracted.
Will claim you. I'll scald their feet.
We hit the low percentage one.
Survivor of the flame trial.
You are almost out of meaningful skill points.
Anyone want to challenge me?
My will does not bend.
To touch a dragonborn.
Okay, so this army's kind of fake.
I serve only the dragons.
But the other two big stacks are actually ready to do something. We have a little bit of help from our allies, potentially, maybe. I don't want to give them any direction because we really want to be using all of our allegiance with them for hiring. Still very pleased about the implementation of that system. Oh, Imagery Ironbark has spawned literally on top of me. Well, so we're going to have to fight. I don't really get a say in that. And in fact, I'm inside of his zone of control, so I can't even move away from him. But we can just park here, maintain encampment stance, so we get the bonus leadership and melee defense. And then we fight him and we just... It's interesting that the Wraithgate's supposed to have one of those points and it didn't. We were the first people in here, though. So why did one of the weapons just didn't spawn for whatever reason? Well, whatever. I think that is the plan. I think I am just going to stay put. We'll fight them, and then we'll get a burst of replenishment after the fight. Yeah. So you're not moving, and then we have some money.
Of the tribe.
With which we should do some things. So we did the building over here.
We're being treated like...
This needs to be pushed very aggressively, and now that we have that up, we can reconstruct the money building.
Ogre tyrant.
Camp at the Ares can get us some more money, which is obviously the most important thing. Black Fang is very nearly capped out, and you know what? Yeah, fuck it. Like, really, for real, make it happen. Those become ogres, right? The 2 troops provided by that become ogres at the top of that tech tree. Still at 241 meat and gaining. Even outside of, yeah, we are well outside of the camp range. Okay, that's really nice. Oh, and we recapped this, so commandment. Let's do control and growth first, just so that we can rebuild Blood Peak as quickly as possible. Because apparently it's going to need to be completely hardened. If there's going to be a gate next to it every time. Ooh. I don't know who Falco was fighting there. I'm very curious. I hope that our ogre ally does not just follow that army into that swarm of Cathayans. Oh, wait, are we... I think that guy's fucked. I think yeah, they didn't move anything else forward to reinforce there. And our allies are actually kind of showing up. I mean, it's a little bit much to be hopeful about now because obviously they would have to remain coordinated and even trying to do the same thing for more than one turn at a time, which we have never seen happen. But maybe they will actually come to our aid here. Do believe that faction just lost an army to a Chaos Gate. That's embarrassing for them. A thing I don't have a good sense of is whether the close gate through battling thing gets more difficult over time. Of course, I forgot they can siege the city, and even though there's zero chance that they could ever possibly negatively affect that city, them having sieged it means that the army inside of it doesn't get any replenishment. Just completely ridiculous. Okay. Will it actually kill my units? It'll kill the Noblars. I might just take the auto-resolve victory here, let it spread the casualties out a little bit evenly. We can just rehire the damn Noblars. We're going to have to sit over here in replenishment mode anyway. Maybe it's worth taking the manual fight. I don't know. You know what? I think I'm going to think about this. So that's going to be it for us for today. Thank you all so much for watching. This army is embarrassingly bad at their jobs. We will kill their dragons. We will feast on, I guess, just the dragons, because the rest of them are made of wood, and that doesn't seem very nutritious. When you come back, Next time, we're going to do that, and then we're going to figure out what the hell to do about Costalton, who is very clearly disregarding everything else about the area to come after us. Because, that's pretty pressing. That's a pretty pressing concern. And if I die, I don't just respawn the next turn with a full stack. So, we'll see you then.